Hello, this is Mike from Crypto Africa. So today I wanted to talk about Bitcoin price prediction over a short period of time and also over a long period of time, say between 5 and 7 years. But before we do that, I would like to say that any information that I put out here is for educational purposes only. Don't take this as financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So kindly do your own research and put your money and the amount of money that you're willing to lose. Yeah, so now that we have that out of the way, we can start. So I'm going to be using a chart, mostly about a chart from one plan B, which is called plan B at 100 trillion USD. Kindly follow his Twitter channel. He gives the best prediction of Bitcoin using his model, stock to flow model. So essentially this stock to flow is it's basically a chart that predicts based on availability of commodity, its supply, its demand over a period of time, then gives an approximation of the price prediction. It's pretty I can say it's pretty accurate. It's the best you can find on price prediction of any forms of stock, including Bitcoin. So this is what I'm going to use because it's the closest to accuracy you can find. So you can see from the chart, it started prediction using the price of Bitcoin from around 2011, its supply all the way up until now, which is close to the end of the year 2021. So essentially what this is, you can see the staircases. So these staircases, this is the period in terms of years, and this is the price of Bitcoin. So the price of Bitcoin against the period of time and against the price. There is something called halving in Bitcoin. So halving essentially is the supply of Bitcoin for the people who are securing the network, or the miners. They're called the miners. The rewards they get in Bitcoin is reduced by half every 4 years. Approximation of every 4 years, that price is reduced by half. So the reason that is important in this price prediction, because it affects the supply. So the only supply of Bitcoin you can get is through that mining. That's the only way there are more Bitcoin in the supply. However, it's capped at 21 million, so it will never go above 21 million. So it's currently at around 18.8 million, the supply. So there's almost 2 more millions to be mined, but that supply reduces by half every 4 years. So that's important. So the first halving occurred in 2012, around this point. Then you can see from after that halving, the price of Bitcoin after a few months went significantly up on this chart. So it went from approximately $8, that should be around 85 or so shillings. It went all the way in a period of 2 years to $1,000. That's over 100,000. So you can imagine from 800 shillings to 100,000 shillings. That's a lot of a very big difference. Then the next halving occurred in 2016, 4 years after the first one. So you can also see at this point, after that halving, a few months later, the price just started going up and up and up. So it went from around this should be around 800. That's around 85,000 shillings. It went all the way up in a period of 2 years to well over 10,000. Actually, this went up to around 20,000. So that should be around 2 million. So it went from 80,000 to 2 million in a span of 2 years. Then the next halving occurred in 2020, around this point, where this was last year. Then again you can see the price a few months later started going up. We are currently at 2021, this point where the current Bitcoin price is at 62,000. That's around 6.8 million or so Kenya shillings, and we are not even we have not even touched the bar. So we are going to touch this bar just like all the previous incidences. We're going to touch this bar. That period should be anytime between now and the next usually it touches in the next 2 or so years, so I would expect anytime from now up until probably the end of next year, this Bitcoin will have this chart or this graph will have gone up until this bar. If you look at this bar on the price chart, it should it's an approximation of around almost $300,000. That's around 33 million shillings. So then it touches that, then it will go along just like these other times. It may go up, slightly down, but along that line, just like all these other previous times up until 2024 when the next halving occurs. There's a website here indicating the expectation of when that halving will occur. The prediction is that this is just an approximation, because what the blockchain does is it calculates the amount of blocks and uses that to determine when the halving occurs. But this is a rough estimate. It will occur in March 2024. So why that is important is in 2024, after that halving occurs, just like all other previous times, the expectation would be this price will just go again. It will go up. It will go up all the way to this other line. So that would mean it will go from 300,000 here in a span of 2 to 3 years, which would be around 2026, 2027. It will have touched this line. You look at the price for this line is around should be almost be 8. This is $8 million. So $8 million from the current of 62,000, that should be, if you use a calculator here, 8 million divided by 62,000, that is 129 times. So essentially this means if this prediction is right, which most likely it is, the price of Bitcoin will be 129 times in 7 years the current price. So that means if you have say if you have 5,000 5,000 Kenya shillings worth of Bitcoin right now, and you keep them, in 2028 or thereabout, using that prediction, you'll be having 645,000 shillings. You can replicate that for any other amount. So if you had 100,000, for example, if you have 100,000 worth of Bitcoin right now and you keep it up until that time, you would probably be having 12.9 million shillings. That's just a rough estimate. Okay, so yeah, so that's important. So the other thing I wanted to say is using the same model, plan B has been predicted accurately over the previous months. So like for example, the prediction for this month was 63,000 per Bitcoin. Previous month, which was September, the prediction was I believe 47. That price, it was accurate. This month also the 63,000 was accurate. The previous month was 43,000, which was also accurate. The 3 for the month of November, and 135,000 for the month of December, or essentially the close of the year. So you look at that, it will be in line with the projection of the graph, because at 135 that should be around this point. So yeah, so that should be close to accurate as we could get. Yeah, so you can use that. That's what I use. However, you still need to do your own research before you buy into anything. So yeah, so the other part, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is I wanted to say, never sell your Bitcoin for a loss. You don't have any reason to sell your Bitcoin for a loss. The only thing you have to do is to wait. And I want to show you why it's important to wait, so that you don't make a loss. So this is CoinMarketCap. It lists Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. So their current price, their price change in percentage over the last 1 day, 7 days, and so on. So if you click on Bitcoin, and then we do the 1 day chart. This is the 1 day chart for Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. So I want to show you something. So if you bought Bitcoin yesterday at 7:49 p.m., it was at $63,685. Then a few hours later, this should be what, around 7 to 11, that's around 4 hours. 4 hours later, the price went down by $1,000. That's over 100,000 shillings. So if you are doing on a shorter period of time, because nobody knows what the price of Bitcoin is going to do in the next 3 hours, the next 1 day, the next two weeks. So if you bought it here, 4 hours later, it's at a loss. So you look at the chart and you notice your price or the value of your Bitcoin has gone down. You panic and you sell. At this point, you've made a loss, a big loss. And then a few hours later, this from 11 p.m. or midnight, 3 hours later, it's gone up again by almost half, by almost $500 or so. So the reason this is important is if you do a short period kind of trades, you're most likely going to get some losses. I want to show you the chart for, say, 1 year. So assuming somebody bought their Bitcoin here, this was May of last year, it was at 15,000, and they held all the way. This is 1 year later. This was May. So you bought in May of last year, May of this year. Where is it? Okay, let's say at this point in April, from 15 to 63, that's almost 5x or 5 times the value in that span. If you bought here and a few months later you panicked because the price was going down, it went actually all the way to 29, from 63 to 29, that's more than half. You panicked and you sold. A few months later it goes back again all the way back to the previous high. So the reason I'm bringing this up is I want to say, especially if you're investing for a long period of time, you don't have to sell. The only thing you need to do is wait. The fluctuations will always occur. Sometimes it will go up, it will go down, it will go up. You can see it always goes up and down, up and down, up and down, very regular. But over a longer period of time, you realize. Let me put the entire chart for since 2013 from here. You can see it's a nice, it was some kind of a flat curve, then it goes up, it goes down, goes up, down, up, all the way up, down, up, down, up, down. But this is the best kind of indicator. You can see from 2011, not actually before 2011, from 2010, this is the graph of Bitcoin over a period of time and the price. You can see over a period of time it will still go up. It will come, hit on this line, go down again, go flat, go down, go up again, like that. Over that period of time from 2011 to now, you can see that difference. It's always going up. So never sell your Bitcoin for a loss. If it goes down, keep the faith. Just give it some time, it will go up again. The ones who are going to make the biggest profits are the ones that wait for a longer period of time. If you see your money has doubled and you rush in and you cash out, it will probably triple or do five times in a span of another 2-3 years. So if it's necessary, maybe you can do it, but if you can wait, the longer the better. Okay, so yeah, that's what I wanted to bring it up. Yeah, so if you have not bought and you think you need to buy, kindly follow the link on my description. You're going to find a video about how you can buy Bitcoin and keep it safe in your mobile wallet. Thank you. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.